Hey guys, it's that time of the month again where I share with you my monthly reset for the upcoming month. So for this time, we'll be looking at my June 2023 monthly reset. Hey guys, welcome to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving, and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, then please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get in today's video. So like I said, this is the June 2023 monthly reset. And like I said in my May 2023 monthly reset, that I would not be including my budget for the previous month. So for, in this case, the May budget, I'll just be talking about what I plan to do with my money in the month of June. And then in June, I'll share with you a whole recap of how I spent my money in the month of May. So before we get to doing the budget, the format for today's video will be I will go through the goals that I have planned for the month of June. Then I'll talk about the books that I have been reading on my Amazon Kindle. I've been reading a number of books all by the same author, and I'll tell you who that author is. Then at the end, I will do the budget and what I am planning. So I do have my planner here, my daily planner, where I have written the goals for the month of June. Normally, when I am sharing the goals with you, I would have had them written in my legend planner, but I'm yet to transfer them over, so I'm going to do that later on, and I'll plan my month across in this legend planner as well. So for the month of June, I do have 4 financial goals, and I have 4 life/personal goals. So in terms of the financial goals, I would like to send over £800 towards my loan. I have a personal loan that I took out so that I can renovate my home. So the monthly repayment for that is just under £650 or thereabouts, but I would like to be sending at least £800 to this loan. Then I would like to send at least £50 towards my mobile device. If you watch my Debt Free Friday videos, you know that I'm trying to pay off the handset. This handset, the iPhone 14 Pro Max that I got from Vodafone in March when my previous contract ended. Then I would like to save £100 towards my trip that I have in November, and I'll be talking about this more in my Debt Free Friday videos, so check those videos out. And then the fourth goal I have is to send my standard £100 towards my sinking funds. So these are the goals, the financial goals that I have for the month of June. When it comes to life/personal goals, my American fridge freezer has been making the weirdest of noise for a long time, and an engineer was over the other day just looking at my boiler, not exactly my fridge, and he said it's because of the filter. So because of that, I need to change the filter. I bought the filter and they've arrived finally, so I need to change the filter for my fridge. Then I also need to visit the theater. So this is a goal of mine, a personal goal of mine that I set at the beginning of the year, that every single month I'll be going to the theater. For the month of May, I haven't yet been to the theater because the date that I wanted to go to the theater and the act I wanted to see was on the 1st of May, and I was away, so the whole thing just didn't work, and there isn't anything yet on the program in May for my local theater that excites me, so I haven't booked anything. So I don't know if I'm even going to bother, but for the month of June, I definitely have to, especially if I don't visit this month. Then the third goal is to book a staycation. So initially, I was thinking about traveling abroad for my birthday, which is in July, but then now I think me and the girls have decided we're just going to do a staycation. So we're going to go to one of the islands around the UK, so I need to book that. Then I also need to read 2 books because I finally gotten my reading mojo back, and I don't know if it's just the author, but I've really enjoyed reading books again, so I would like to read 2 more books. I do have a goal to read 21 books before the end of the year, and I think I've done 8 so far, but let me just check my Notion. So I've done 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, I've done 8 books, and hopefully today I'll start the 9th book. But yeah, so that is all the goals that I have for the month of June. And obviously on books, well, I'm going to move us straight towards the next portion of this video, which is talking about the books that I have read. So ever since I got my Amazon Kindle, I have been reading a number of books on this, and it's actually made it so much easier. I love hard copy books, I love Audible, but I've just found going back to Kindle, which has always been how I've preferred to read books, just being the easiest and most convenient one ever. Especially with the trips that I've been taking, I've found just having this small Kindle in my back pocket just the best way ever, because traveling with the thick books has not really been great for my hand luggage traveling. So I'm going back to the Kindle. I've gone back to the Kindle. But yeah, so in terms of the books that I have read in the month of May, let me just say I started the book, I think it was back in April, Free Food for Millionaires, and for some reason this book has confused the life out of me. Even to this day I haven't finished it, so I've kind of gone and abandoned it. But there's an author that I fell in love with at the beginning of the year, and I have read all of her books. So the author is B.A. Paris, and I have read, I don't know if it's just 5 books. She's written 6 books, but I'm gonna check. So of the 5 books that she has written, I have read them all. I started with The Dilemma, highly recommend. Then I read The Therapist. Then I read The Breakdown. Then I read Behind Closed Doors. And yesterday I finished Bring Me Back. Absolutely love these books. So in the month of May itself, I have read 3 books, and all by the same author. So I read Behind Closed Doors, finished that one. Then I read The Breakdown, and yesterday I finished reading Bring Me Back. They are incredible books, slightly dark, but absolutely incredible. And I don't know if it's got something to do with the fact that they're all set in England that just makes it even more like so real. So I don't know, I just love these books. Highly recommend these books, and I can't wait to see if there are any more books that this author has done so I can read that too. But I think my next book is going to be Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. She's another one of the authors that I've fallen in love with the style of writing. So far I have read her book It Starts With Us, It Ends With Us, and I've read Verity, which freaked the daylights out of me, but I'm still determined to read more of her books. So I'm excited to read Reminders of Him, and I think after reading B.A. Paris, I just need something light. Honestly, I need something light, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So that is where I am with the financial goals that I've set for the month of June / life personal goals, and then the books that I have read so far for the month of June. Even though I said I want to read 2 books, so far I only know of the 1 book that I want to read, which is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. The second book might be by B.A. Paris, but I haven't decided yet, but we shall see. Now that I have done the goals and I've done the books, it's time for me to now share with you the budget for the month of June, and I'm going to start screen record now, and I'll shrink myself to the corner. So as you can see, this is the budget template that I use every single month, and I will be uploading this template onto my Etsy. I always have the link in the description bar below of my Etsy shop if you're interested in purchasing this template. So I am budgeting that I'll be working with $5,600 for the month of June, and this is how I intend to break this income down. So first, if we start off with my main bills. So I have increased my mortgage to £900. Normally it's 871.93 pence, but then I pay an extra 20 something pounds to make it 900. So instead of putting that extra repayment in the debt section of my tracker, I've just decided to round up the amount that I pay, and that moving forward you'll be seeing this reflected as £900 towards my mortgage. But that's not the amount that I need to pay. I need to pay 871, but I'm going to be doing 900. Then the other change that you see is my mobile. For some reason, my mobile for the month of May was only 96 pence. So this was my mobile plus my internet. So all of this came to 96 pence because in April I paid my old line rental amount, which meant that I had overpaid for the month of May. So now for the month of June, it's changed. So this, you're seeing it right now as mobile, but moving forward, it will be just Vodafone because it will cover both my mobile and my internet, so my broadband. So this will be 55. And then the other one that you see is internet here. So for my moving on from July onwards, you won't be seeing this line because like I said, Vodafone, I am with Vodafone for both my line rental as well as my internet. But for my previous provider, because I signed an 18-month contract, which I then broke because they increased their fees, and now I have to pay early exit fees, which is really pissed me off. But in any case, I'm just gonna pay it and just get it out of my system. So that's going to be about £145. Then my second mobile, this one I have been told that from the month of June it's gonna go up. It used to be under £10, then it went up to £11. Now it's just gonna be under £15, which is annoying, but I still need this mobile, so there we are. So for the month of June, I'm expecting to send just under 1,730 for my main bills. And then if I go to my rental bills, this is highly expensive because in June my landlord insurance, content buildings and contents insurance for one of my properties is going up. So in the month of May, I am searching to see if I can pay for I can find firstly a good buildings and contents insurance for landlord and pay that for the year. I'm gonna be touching the rental emergency fund that I have to pay this. So I'm expecting it to be around £300 or thereabouts. So watch this space. Then another one that I've highlighted is one of my rental properties is a leasehold, so I pay an annual fee on that, which is paid monthly, and I got a letter to tell me that it's increased from £70 to £80. So this is not ideal. I'm not looking to also increase my tenants rent this year. I'm gonna keep it the same for the rest of the year, but next year when he or she renews, or if they choose to, I will be increasing it just to cover some of the increased costs, because a lot of the insurances that I pay for and stuff like that have gone up, so I have to also come up in alignment with that. So I'm expecting to send just under 1,270 towards my rental bills. Then when it comes to my expenses, so these are my variable expenses. This is how I plan to break this down. I'm planning to spend over 1,200. So groceries 150. This has gone down from the 200 that I normally set. Fuel 100. This one I'm hoping to be under a lot because the last few months have been over, but because I am not planning to drive to the airport, which is where I use up a lot of fuel, and any day trips, I think I should be okay. Transportation, so this is things like when I have to take the train, parking and stuff like that, £50. Dining out, £50. Shopping, £50. Housing, £50. Personal growth and personal care, £25 each. Miscellaneous, £25. Travel, because I'm not planning to go anywhere next month, I'm putting £25, so I might send that to savings. Then tithe and give. I'm a Christian, I believe in giving and tithing, so that is 10% of my expected income. You notice my expected income is 5,600, but because 300 of that is coming from my savings, I don't tithe on my savings because I already did before I saved the money. And then socializing, I'm putting 100 because even though I might not be traveling abroad, I might be meeting up with my friends, so I need a budget for that. Subscriptions, I'm not expecting any subscriptions outside of my buildings and content insurance, which is covered in my rental expenses. So other than that, I'm not expecting anything. In the month of May, I completely forgot about my Nest annual subscription, and it came out that actually through me, but I'm gonna double check. I don't think I've got any subscriptions that are due in June, at least that I'm aware of. Then I have added a new line item here, which is coffee. Normally coffee hides under dining out, and I'm just realizing that because I work from home 100%, so sometimes I go out and work in my local Costa or Starbucks. I'm spending a pretty penny when it comes to my coffee, so I wanted to track exactly how much I'm spending, because half the time I don't know. It costs me around $4.50 for every single coffee that I get, so I want to see if I'm spending more than £25 a month on coffee, because if that's the case, we're going to be going with some coffee made already in my bag. So I'm just buying like water or something that's like a pound when I go to Costa. But so I've added that in, and also gift. I have added this back in. I used to have it before, then I removed it, but now it's back because I was putting everything, even like gifts, like birthday gifts, under tithe and giving, which I want to track separately because I know what I mean by tithe and giving. And gifts, like birthday presents, is kind of different in my eyes. But I haven't budgeted anything for that, but I do have a sinking fund for it, so I will be pulling something. It's just that in June, I don't know anybody who has a birthday in June, so I'm not expecting to spend anything in June. So that is where I'm thinking my money is gonna go when it comes to variable expenses. Then for my savings, I'm thinking 550 is how much I am going to save. So this is 200 into my ISA, my standard 100 into my SIP, 50 into vacation fund, sinking fund 100, rental fund 100. And then for my debt summary, because I do have that loan, I'm expecting to send £800. And then for my mobile device, £50. And that is the breakdown of how I'm going to spend my money. And here is the budget summary. So 5,600 is what I'm expecting to bring in. 5,600 is what I have budgeted for the month of June 2023. So I think that ends the segment for budgeting, and in fact ends the video for the monthly reset. I'm stumbling over my words here, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.